What is going on, everybody? Casually Crypto here with another episode of the Casually Crypto Report. Today is December 1st, 2020, and I hope you're doing fine wherever you are. It's been a while since I last did a video, and a lot has to do with just the wild movements that Bitcoin is going at. And there's a saying that when Bitcoin is moving, you don't want to be in altcoins right now, because especially when Bitcoin is in all-time high territory, when it's in all-time high territory where they are like making great gains, all the altcoins are affected. All the altcoins take a beating. So this is the time where a lot of people are getting out of altcoins. They're just holding on to Bitcoin because Bitcoin is going to be making massive moves and they just don't want to be affected. So if this is the first time you're here joining us, I do invite you guys to hit that like button, hit subscribe, and take the little bell notification icon, because I'm always going to be sharing about what is happening in the crypto space. So before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that that Bitcoin is in a very volatile zone right now, where we just broke all-time high earlier today, and shortly after breaking all-time high, we just dropped massively. We just dropped massively, and this is one of those times where you want to be keeping an eye out to know where crypto is and how to play this, because you don't want to get wrecked. And if you have been following us since September, you know that Bitcoin has almost doubled in price. They were at about hovering about 10,000 back in September, and now they're at about they almost broke 20K at the highest. Bitcoin was at about $19,918. We're about less than $100 from the 20K mark, and yeah, a lot of people a lot of moon boys out there, they're saying, yeah, we're about to beat 20K, we're gonna go to the moon. But the reality is, there's a lot of people, they're watching this, and they may have gotten in early. They may have gotten in back when Bitcoin was at 20K, and the whole time they've been holding bags. And now here's a chance for them to get out. Here's a chance for them to break even. So you have to keep that in mind, because not everybody's a moon boy. There's a lot of survivors in this space, and they want to recoup the losses. They want to at least not lose as bad, right? And this is the chance. And of course, these weekends, they're gonna miss out on the ultimate gain, when Bitcoin does do a full bull run. But until then, there's gonna be a lot of selling pressure in this space. In fact, so much selling pressure that it's gonna be a long battle. It's gonna be a long battle between the bulls and the bears at the 2,000 mark before we can go up. If you have been following, you've been studying past crypto trends and past crypto analysis, you wouldn't know that we don't just get all-time high that easily. Usually it takes time to regain all-time high, and the bears they're not going to give it to us that easily. It usually takes, historically, it has shown that it has taken about weeks, if not months, just to regain that all-time high. We don't just shoot through it right away, like what happened. And if you recall, back in 2019, yeah, we shot through the 6,000 mark right away. But this is not common. This type of shooting through is not common, and this wasn't really even an all-time high. And so this is something you want to know that. And in order to know where you are at, there are some things to know. Right now, we are at extreme greed right now. There's a lot of people, they're happy with the gains. They don't mind buying in more, and this is a rookie mistake. They're going to lose out. You have a lot of institutional, not institutional, but retail guys, people who heard about Bitcoin over Thanksgiving, and now they're buying in. But at the same time, we also have stories of whales dumping the coins. Why are these whales dumping the coins? Are they missing out on gains, or do they see something that we don't see? this is something you want to keep an eye out for. And of course, this what I'm sharing is not like absolute. I mean, like anything could happen, but at the end of the day, I'm just a guy on the internet. I'm just sharing about what is happening in the crypto space, right? So it's always important to know what is happening, all sides, before you make any big decisions. And then at the same time, you also have institutional guys, people who were like gold bugs. They are losing faith in gold because you have been following gold. You notice that gold has been tanking a lot. Like this is gold like dropping a lot, right? And now people are moving into Bitcoin. You can see that Bitcoin's been going up. Gold's been tanking. Are people leaving gold to buy Bitcoin? Could be, right? But this is what we noticed here, right? Doesn't mean Peter Schiff is going to be a Bitcoiner. We don't know. I know that he has been always against Bitcoin ever since the beginning. And gold has always been remaining at about 17K. I mean, 1.7K. So this is something to know what's happening. And we also have huge stories on the fundamental side, not just with Bitcoin, but just with Ethereum, right? This is an interesting story. ETH 2.0 just went live. They just got their minimum requires 600,000 ETH needed for staking for ETH 2.0. So a lot of people committed ETH and it's going live. And this is exciting news because this is new development, new upgrade. Even though it's going to be a 1 to 2 year development, but ETH 2.0 is happening. And once it takes off, there's going to be a lot more development into the space. And you also have Facebook launching too. So there's Facebook launching the Libra, right? So a lot of people thought Libra was dead, but apparently they're still kicking it. They're still kicking. They're still around. And in fact, I believe that they are doing a relaunch with a different name. They're going with the name Dime or Diem. So I believe they are changing the name to I think it's a new name. They're going with the name Carpe Diem or Dime, depending on how you pronounce it. But they are still kicking, and 2021 is going to be a very interesting year. A lot of people will be talking about crypto. There's going to be a lot of changes. But before we get all excited about, let's take a walk down history, down memory lane to understand what happens when Bitcoin breaks its all-time high. And I think one of the best examples to look at is to look at how Bitcoin fared in its last run-up after it broke its all-time high. So this was the run-up in 2013, 2014. Bitcoin hit its all-time high in 2013 at about 1.1K, and it started dropping. You had like all this news about China FUD and all this stuff, and it has been like wallowing at about like 250K, $250 actually. And since then it has made like a couple like small jumps. It broke like a support line, right? Not support, resistance line, and then it started going up until here. January 2017, it kissed the all-time high before having a drop. You can see right here, after kissing all-time high or close to it, it had like a 34% drop. And then once afterwards, it actually broke through its all-time high. And what happened? Another 34% drop. So what can we tell from this? The bears are not going to give up all-time high that easily. If you want to all-time high, if you want to go to the moon rocket, you got to fight for it. But this time around, we're not seeing that fight. Could it be because the fight hasn't started yet? And a lot of moon boys, a lot of newcomers, they don't know this type of stuff. They just think that, oh, Bitcoin's going to the moon. Let's go. Mortgage your house and buy in. Yeah. You're going to get wrecked like that, especially your leverage trading. So I'll be careful about that. And of course, you keep going up. What happened? Bitcoin shoots up 2,000, another like 30% drop, right? So like from this, you know that like for Bitcoin to go up to like 20K, this path has been marked by a lot of 30 to 40% drops. And if you're expecting Bitcoin to go to the moon, like without any drops, like you are delusional. You are high on hopium right now. Like it's important to know what's happening with crypto so that you can plan accordingly. So fast forward to today, what do you see? Bitcoin just regained its all-time high, and we're just waiting for this drop. But you may say, oh, what about this drop we just had on Thanksgiving? Well, reality is, look at the drop. There wasn't that much of a drop. You look at what happened on Thanksgiving. What we had was more like a 15% like baby drop. It wasn't really a drop at all. And as much as I want to believe that this drop is what Bitcoin is needed to go to reconsolidate and go up, I don't want to be too optimistic. I mean, I do. I mean, it could do that, but it's more likely that it's gonna is 30% drop pullback is due, and it could happen anytime. It could happen like either before breaking 20K or it could happen after 20K, and it's important to know what's happening from the technical perspective. I mean, I've been following a lot of different crypto influencers, and a lot of them are expecting a 30% drop, 40% drop. In fact, some of them, like, they recognize that Bitcoin is acting very irrational, so you have to play your cards right. Well, you need to have a plan in case if Bitcoin does shoot past 20K to like 24K, right, before dropping, or if it drops now and then it bounces to the moon. And there's a so this is what I have. This is a quick word of caution for you to don't smoke into that hopium, but trade cautiously. I have stop losses, and if you're planning on buying in, don't just buy in all at once. I mean, like, you should plan your entrances. In fact, from one person I talked to, he said he actually has some buy-ins at, like, he does like a Fibonacci retracement, and you can see right here, right, and then he has like buy-ins at different like Fib retracement points. So you can see this was one, this could be another one, this could be another one. So yeah, so remember, do your homework, do your own due diligence before getting in, because crypto is volatile. A lot of people are selling, but at the same time, a lot of people getting in. The main difference this time is we have a lot of corporate buyers. We have guys like PayPal, we have guys like Square, we have guys like MicroStrategy. They're buying in, and it only takes another few corporate buyers to push it up. So be careful out there, trade with due diligence, and do your research. So be safe out there, guys. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Peace and love, my friends. God bless.